Hey, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry released the direction of their brand in a 6-part Netflix series, and the pundits are thirsty and out for blood. This dude, Clarkson, dreams of a day where Meghan Markle will be paraded through the streets with excrement being thrown at her, and Candice Owens believes she's just a damn right witch. Under any circumstances, rhetoric like that is going to hurt. However, here's the reason why in this circumstance, regardless of what Meghan and Harry may be portraying in the press, why they do not care what the pundits or the naysayers think. No longer being supported by the public purse, it is clear with the launch of this documentary that Meghan and Harry are well and truly open for business. Thus, they seek to establish their brand and need as many people talking, whether good or bad, to do it. So let's see what we can learn from the Meghan and Harry debacle with the 5 things that Meghan and Harry did to launch their brand that you, as a business and brand owner, should follow. Hey, it's Jor'EL here, global business and branding strategist and do what you love activist, and in my videos, I give you all the tips and tricks that you need to grow or start a business or brand online. So don't forget to like, comment, share, follow and subscribe to ensure you never miss out on your business and branding tips. Okay, back to Meghan and Harry. 1. Tell your story and win over your tribe. The first thing I'll say to you as a business and brand owner trying to start or grow a business or brand online is to understand and tell your story. Your story's power will help you to build relevance and relatability between you and your audience, and it's a well-known branding fact that people root and buy from people who look, feel, and sound like them. And this is no different for Meghan and Harry. In fact, their story is their brand because without it, no one would care. This is why, as we witness Meghan and Harry being shunned by the royal institution, that they'll be working really hard to show that they are just like us. You know, members of a feuding, dysfunctional family, never mind that this family happens to be the most powerful family on the planet, talking about the death of his mother, late Princess Diana, and revealing the miscarriage of their baby. They show that they too endure heartache and pain. The abuse that they've experienced at the hands of the press paint them as victims of abuse and ridicule. And to top it all off, they show how they are being persecuted for their interracial union. Okay, granted, we all can't be paid $100 million for our story, but that aside, stories are powerful because they elicit an emotion within your audience and gives them a chance to feel like they have been heard. As a side note, I thought how they hinted at the fact that they had to slum it on the grounds of Kensington Palace as newlyweds was a nice touch to the commoner's story, where in a very candid moment they shared how Oprah commented on the lack of visible opulence when she came around for tea. How embarrassing. Step 2, show why you're unique by stepping outside of your brother's shadow. In this highly competitive digital world, if you want to grow a business and brand online and be successful, you must show why you are unique and how you are doing it differently. This and your story will encourage people to work with and buy from you. Without Meghan and Harry's decision to sever ties and go their own way, Harry would always have lived in the shadow of his brother. Harry, as a character, has always been the pawn to make Prince William, the future king, look good. So now, as a fallen prince stripped of his royal duties and his titles, Prince Harry dons a unique mix of not quite royal enough to be royalty, but too royal to be a celebrity. And to add another string, he's in an interracial marriage with Meghan. For a brand, this is hot property, as there is no other person like him and no other family like theirs. Ironically, what many others consider as avenues of ridicule are the exact things that make this brand stand out. That's why, remember, when it comes to branding, make sure you embrace every part of who you are. Now, before I continue, I wanted to ask, have you got yourself a Nextbot Next Kit? A Nextbot Next Kit allows you to put all of your social media, your contact details, any information that you want to share in one place, and it allows you to share this information with a swipe of a QR code or with your own unique link. And you know what's really amazing is it's absolutely free. If you have not got one already, check out nextbot.com. Step 3, know your strengths. When it comes to growing a business or brand online, you need to know your strengths and clearly identify your weaknesses. And to truly be successful, you need to either upskill your weaknesses or find someone to fill the gap. Now, there's much speculation about the fact that Harry's under the spell of Meghan and that Meghan is a gold digger. She's the one that's pulled the strings and caused this man's downfall. But to me, looking from a branding perspective, Meghan brings the vision where Harry brings the contacts. Which is why, sorry Jeremy Clarkson, Meghan and Harry are a force to be reckoned with. After all, it was revealed that it was the tears of Meghan that managed to elicit Tyler Perry's $15 million mega mansion when they were stripped of their royal protection and left to be fed upon by the media. Hashtag Harry found his ride and die. Step 4, state your mission and know your why. If you do not have a vision and mission for your brand, then you are simply taking a beep upwind. Like a menu is to a restaurant and a manifesto is to an election, your vision and mission lays out your short and long-term plans and gives your audience something to buy into. And throughout the documentary, Meghan and Harry's vision and mission became very clear. 1. Tackle race inequality. Race as a debate has ultimately been at the heart of Meghan and Harry's story. But what I found interesting hearing it this time round is Meghan's admission at passing and Harry's willingness to accept his unconscious bias. Meghan explains that before coming to the UK, she had never felt the wrath of being black. In America, according to Meghan, she was perceived as white and clearly she drank the Kool-Aid, which is why the overt racism from the UK came as such a shock. Highlight unconscious bias. In the documentary, watch as Harry contorts uncomfortably and explains how he suffers from unconscious bias. Regarding this subject, they kept it in the present tense, which sent out a very compelling message. Just because you are part of a biracial marriage does not exonerate you from having unconscious bias. And this led to a moment where Harry shared his why. To ensure that his biracial children that will now be viewed as black never turn to him and say that he never did enough. Other parts of the mission revealed were women's rights, mental health, and taking on the press. Step 5, get the word out there and feed and fuel the speculation. As the age-old saying goes, your product or service is nothing unless people are talking about it. Which is why, as a business and brand owner, you must know how to market yourself and capture your audience's attention. That's why packed into this tell-all documentary were allegations, sensationalism, and divisive rhetoric. I have to admit, I wanted to know what was on Harry's ideal woman's list. Obviously not as much as Meghan, as she goaded her husband to spill the beans live on TV in episode 1. This led to the funny yet slightly awkward moment, which ultimately left Harry looking like a G as he dodged the bullet by refusing to answer and pointing to her. Then there was the mocking of the curtsy. I mean, was she mocking royal protocol, or was she simply trying to explain how awkward she felt in the moment having to curtsy before the Queen, aka Harry's grandmother? I'll let you decide. Because being a former gymnast myself, I was just more impressed with her flexibility. Surely you were interested to hear just how modern their love story was. I mean, Harry sliding into Meghan's DMs was definitely one for the millennials. Oh, and don't forget the name change. Just like Jennifer Lopez morphed into J-Lo, allow me to introduce you to H&M. Just to be clear, I don't mean the affordable clothing store. I get it, this was a candid interview meant to show the intimate behind the scenes moments. And I know you never call the person you love by their first name, but I could have done without the H&M abbreviation. However, the tactic of all tactics when it comes to building and growing your brand, try and garner the support of the Bayhive, aka Beyonce's fans, by name dropping the Queen Bee herself. Closely followed by, I can't believe she knows who I am. Oh, and then proceed to read the message live on camera. So there you have it. This is why Meghan and Harry don't care what Jeremy or Candy Sowens or the likes of you and I think. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that the Sussexes knocked it out the park when it came to the launch of their brand. So let me know what you think in the comments below, whether or not you think the abbreviations M and H will stick, whether you're a Meghan and Harry lover or hater, what you thought about the documentary, and what you took away from this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe to ensure you never miss out on your business and branding tips. Don't forget to grab your Nextbot Next kit at nextbot.com for your chance to win a free iPad.